How many people know where Sudan is? How many people know where Darfur is? Darfur is home to the largest humanitarian crisis in the world. The United States has declared the ongoing conflict a genocide. I'm about to be dropped off for 4 nights at the Greater Refugee Camp in South Darfur. The pilots of the old Russian helicopter inform me that it is no longer safe to travel by road. Simply put, I'm afraid. Darfur, a land the size of Texas whose tribal conflicts have raged for over 30 years. How many others, like us, have failed the Darfuri people by not pushing past their own fear? Scorched patches in the sand below were once thriving villages. The villagers, who had survived the atrocities, had scattered, forced back into a nomadic way of life. Many would be at the camps we were about to visit. The Explorer team will be guests of the medical organization Merlin. We are warned sternly that if we shoot unauthorized photos or video, we will be thrown in jail.
Confirm that you send a vehicle for me at the clinic, over.
This is November 7-2. I'm coming to the clinic to visit the clinic without guests, over.
That is good copy. I'm standing by at the clinic, over.
Okay, out.
These refugees are referred to as IDPs, internally displaced persons. The distinction being that, unlike those who have crossed the border into Chad, these people are displaced within their own country, outsiders in their homeland. Over 100,000 refugees have poured into Gareda camp after their villages were raided, their loved ones slaughtered, their livelihood, often centered around agriculture, has been ripped away. Now they are completely dependent on strangers from strange lands. There is nothing for them to do but trust and accept the help.
We will not see so many patients maybe in the consultation area. Welcome to the clinic. This is Merlin Clinic here. Masah al-khair, masah al-nur. Hi, how are you?
It is almost impossible to believe that people ride into camps and just burn them down, drag people out of mosques and shoot them and kill them, rape women, kill children. It's like you read about it and you hear it on TV, but I still almost don't believe it's humanly possible. How is that possible? Like, I'm walking through this medical center right now, thinking I'm almost out of a set in a movie. I have a donkey behind me, a way of life. But the concept of over 200, 300,000 people killed. Forget about being in Africa. Think about in your town, if some people just rode through, shot everyone, raped your wife, your kids, and then you had to move somewhere. I can't even put it into reality yet. Does that make any sense? What can any of us do when we face the unimaginable? Where does one find hope?
كويس بالنسبه لقدام كده يعني هل في امل مثلا بتحسوا ان الامور دي هتتصلح والناس هتعيش زي زمان بتشوفوا كده انتوا ها there is no.
I hope to learn about Darfur from those who know it best, those who have lived there their whole lives. I am sure that I will hear and see the worst: trauma, physically and psychologically destroyed human beings, desperate, beaten down, without hope. Landing in Gareda, I am struck by the silence, the eerie silence. I know there are hundreds of thousands of refugees, yet I can hear nothing but the desert wind.
What's happening?
Silence, I think. The sound of 100,000 spirits broken.
Hey, what's happening?
I cannot be more wrong.
You guys know what these are? These are polar bears. I'm talking major. Cheetah. Cheetah. Yeah, pretty, huh? Pretty. Look at that big thing. That's a whale. Yep. Yeah, that's good.
Before leaving for Darfur, my daughter Lily Eve had the idea of putting together a picture book to show the children of Darfur some of Explorer's trips.
We will avoid orca. Can I get it? That's it. India.
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 Yeah.
It is profoundly touching, the spirit of these people who have gone through loss and horrors beyond our wildest imaginations. I feel honored to be so completely trusted and embraced by those who have every reason to mistrust an outsider. How can they remain so present and so open? What do they know that the rest of the world does not? Whatever it is, I want them to teach me.
They don't have anything, and they go together, and they share the food, and they share the few water, and they share everything. This is amazing. The capacity of the people to survive in these conditions with few water, with few health services, they continue fighting for the life. When they offer you their friendship, they are talking seriously. They want to be your friend. They don't have double agenda, and I like that. They are really authentic people, and I like it. Means what I receive is so much that I offer. Really, at the end of the day, I earn more than I, let's say, lose here.
Look at this. This is just breathtaking. It is absolutely surreal that we're in Darfur. They call it the biggest humanitarian crisis. And look around you. And every step I take, something can go wrong right now. Hi.
One night during our stay in the Gareda camp, we witnessed the results of a home delivery gone wrong. It is after curfew.
This is a typical history. A baby born in the community, attended by a traditional attendant without good qualification, without good training, that use any kind of things to tie the cord. The cord start to be infected. The baby stop eating. The breastfeeding was stopped today. The mother is concerned not because of the cord, because she doesn't realize the problem. Just the baby stop eating and bring the baby for that. And we check the baby, and the reason is that the infection start to be much bigger. And it was just matter of to clean, remove, start antibiotics, and to do a meeting for tomorrow.
The cord was tied with a shoestring?
Yeah.
Is that common?
Yeah.
They tie the umbilical cord with the shoestring.
They tie with many things, because they consider that this is the way. Part of the delivery kits that we are giving to the mothers include soap, include towel, include clean materials, include how to tie properly the cord. And it's just a plastic issue that is cents of dollar, nothing. But they don't have that. They don't have that.
Hey, buddy.
Hello.
Welcome to Explore. Welcome to my little room. My protective malaria tent. Check out my door. I've somehow managed to knock it off. That's my door to the world. Getting ready for my kids' supplies. I don't know if that's Tony the Tiger, my little gorilla.
So aren't you worried about these holes that are...
Yes. I mean, off the record, it was funny.
There's a really big one here.
I told you, in China, I met this Tai Chi master, and I think in my sleep, I wake up all the time with that little... And I find, like, my hands are always...
A week before, I'd been sitting in Santa Monica, California, researching this distant, conflicted place. Now, I am struck by this fact. Malaria kills more people in Darfur's IDP camps than anything else. There are not nearly enough mosquito nets to protect the people in the camps. Explorers found a way to help by providing mosquito nets for the individuals in the camp.
The availability of water has pushed the people to displace to one or another area, looking for water, looking for food for the animals, looking for better land. And if you don't cultivate the land, after 2 or 3 years, this land becomes unproductive. The only legal category that really exists in international law is a political refugee or refugee according to the Convention 1951. Now, some people are talking about another new category that is environmental refugee. Is when you are a refugee, when you cross the border, when you escape from such horrible environmental conditions to save your life and your freedom and your dignity. And of course, we have to put this element, to add this element in the analysis of Darfur conflict.
Sadly, the IDPs, their homes burnt, their fields fallow, have little chance of returning to the way of life they once knew. With no way to plan a future and the past wiped away, what are the options? It is a sad truth that relief organizations sometimes have to leave before the work is finished. What sets Merlin apart is their mandate. With an eye fixed on the future, they strive to bring in and train as many local staffers as possible.
If one day Merlin is not here anymore, if one day Merlin, for any reasons, cannot continue in the field, their own community, with their own capacity, can respond to the basic needs in health. If we want to talk about dignity, we have to talk about dignity here. The wars produce sad consequences. The war produces victims, the war produces starvation, the war produces wounded people, and it's our duty to support this community in this level of vulnerability to reestablish their dignity. Aristotle says that the law is related to the injustice, and here is the injustice. Then we have to be here.
Dignity. That is what is missing from all the media about this place.
Wanna try?
The fear I'd felt as I'd traveled to Darfur was simply ignorance about the humanity of these people. With all that had been stripped away, the Darfuri refugees' spirit shone through in every aspect of their daily life. They maintained a profound dedication to continuing whatever aspects of their culture they could. During our stay, we are honored to be invited to the wedding of one of the tribal sheikhs.
Hello.
That's all I have.
This is the wife.
Plus, Assalamu alaikum.
Okay. JJ Cam. Alif. All Cam. Okay.
I understand. I like that.
Maybe we find gold.
Inshallah.
Dead.
Hot Wheels. There you go.
Thank you.
That night, I receive a second honor. I'm invited to join the tribal elders.
Very proud of that. That's me and Jihad Turk. He is the, tell him, he is the chief imam of Los Angeles, where my home is. The man I'm with,
Okay.
from Los Angeles. He's gonna
ده
love this.
ده الإمام ده.
If Lily Eve's book was a key into the Darfuri children and women, the photo of my friend and I in Mecca is what touches the hearts of the men in the village.
In Mecca. Umrah.
ما شاء الله مبروك يا
Mecca is the holiest place that all Muslims strive to visit before they die. Yet financially, there's little likelihood my new friends, even the sheikhs, will see that dream realized. They shared my picture with a generosity of spirit and openness and love that I've rarely experienced.
Next time I visit, I will learn Arabic, okay? So we can really talk.
المرة الجاية لما نيجي إن شاء الله حيتعلم عربي يعني حيتكلم معك.
I only know my prayer in Arabic, but that's all.
قال بعرف بس كيف بيصلي لكن ما بعرف. هسه ريكا ده معلم كلام خلاص.
I always ask this to men of wisdom so I can preserve it and teach others. What's the key to living a happy, productive life? A happy life.
والله هو خلاص هو العوامل كثيرة ولكن أنا أفتكر إنه الإنسان ده عشان ما يعيش في حياة سعيدة وده للعامة إنه البلد تنعم بالأمن.
مبروك يا زول. مبروك.
حاج محمد مبروك الحجة يا أخي
مبروك مبروك مبروك.
Probably the best day of my life.
يصير إيماني
Maybe I'm too heavy. Poor. Onward!
It's my dream. I found sense to my life. All what I learned from my professor in the medical school, all that I learned from my professor in the law school in my PhD makes sense here.
I came to Darfur hoping to bring ideas and solutions, but ended up learning more from these people than I could have imagined. Darfur is far more complicated than the media presents. The Darfuri people have a compassion and spirit unlike any I had seen. If you want to help people in Darfur, don't help out of pity. Help because you admire their courageous spirit.